Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another Magic Arena Explorer video. So today we are continuing with an Izzet theme from the last video, but playing some creativity with Torrential Gearhulk. So for those who haven't seen this card before, it's a 5/6 with flash, that when it enters the battlefield you may cast target instant card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that's well into your graveyard, exile it instead. So it's a kind of big beefed up Snapcaster mage. And we're hoping to play from our graveyard Magma Opus, which is an 8 mana instant that deals 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of targets. Tap 2 target permanents, create a 4/4, draw 2 cards, and you can pay 2 mana and discard it to create a treasure token. So essentially, these kind of cards all interact with each other very nicely because you discard the Magma Opus, you create the treasure that you can then target with creativity to then go and fetch the Gearhulk and flashback the Magma Opus. So it's a virtuous circle of love, and that's how this particular version of the deck works. So similarly to a lot of them, it's running creativity, indomitable creativity, so that allows you to essentially destroy X target artifacts or creatures you control, and then go and fetch a creature or artifact from your library, the top one, which in this case, because we only run one creature artifact, it will always go and fetch a Gearhulk, let you do the ability, and then the rest of the deck is just the kind of classic Izzet burn spells and counter spells and various other things. So we've got 4 Fiery Impulse, 2 Spike Field Hazard, and 3 Volcanic Spites. So those are kind of our burn package. Volcanic Spites particularly useful in putting Gearhulks back on the bottom of our library if they're just dead in our hand. Then we've got 4 Make Disappear as counter spells, and then 4 Divide by 0 as a kind of pseudo counter spell, and also Bounce spell that allows us to learn. And we'll come back to that when we look in the sideboard. And then we've got 4 copies of Fable of the Mirror Breaker, which not only creates a token that allows us to that gives us something to target with creativity if we don't have a treasure token, but also gives us a reflection of Kiki Jiki, which, if games drag on, we can use to copy Torrential Gearhulks, which can be a very powerful effect. And then 3 Prismari Command, which is just a very versatile modal card, which one of its modes is to create a treasure token. So that just kind of fire up the creativity train. And then in the sideboard, a lot of dual lands, as you'd expect, a few creature lands to act as finishers themselves, so Hall of Storm Giants, Den of the Bugbear, and Mutavault, and then an Otawara and Soken Zan as well. And then looking in the sideboard, we've got the kind of the normal sideboard cards are 3 Rending Volley and a Fry as additional removal, Aether Gust and Disdainful Stroke as our kind of targeted or specific counter spells. Behold the Multiverse as a draw spell, and then a couple of Shark Typhoons as well, which we can bring in as alternative win conditions, particularly if the opponent's, say, for example, running a lot of Graveyard Hate, then playing a Shark Typhoon can be quite helpful. And when you cast Magma Opus with a hardcast Shark Typhoon, you do get an 8/8 Shark as well. So there are some benefits to doing that. And then the other 3 cards in the sideboard are the Lesson spells. So we've got 1 Environmental Sciences, 1 Teaching of the Archaics, and 1 Mascot Exhibition. So we can, using Divide by 0, just go and fetch those from the sideboard as and when we choose. So yeah, that's the deck. As I say, another version of Izzet. Creativity this time, running Magma Opus and Torrential Gearhulk. We've played against this a few times, and it's always done pretty well against us. So let's see how we do. Hit those like and subscribe buttons as always, and let's jump onto the ladder and see how we go on with this. Okay, let's make a start. The rank has reset, so we've been busted back down to gold. This isn't a particularly interesting opening hand, so I think I'm going to ship this one. No, that's not very good either. Nope. Let's look at it again. Okay, we can keep this one. So let's just pop a Make Disappear, and I think we'll probably have to ditch a... Do we ditch a land here? Feels a bit risky. Yeah, I think we're going to have to play this one a little bit dangerously as we've mulled to Keruga. Okay, so we've mulled to 5, so... Well, that turned out to be a terrible mistake, didn't it? Typical. Should have got rid of the Fable. Okay, well, at least I suppose that gives us the third land we need. Not particularly exciting one to draw. Ooh, early fires. Good, good. Pleased. Okay, well, let's kill their goblin token anyway. Let's play our own Fable. I see they spoiled the first cards from Explorer Anthology 3, which is it's good that we're getting a new one. Have to say the cards themselves, the three that they've shown us, were very underwhelming. None of them particularly see play in Pioneer, but we shall see what else. There's, I think, 25 cards to come, so let's not rule anything out at this point. Hopefully, I'm particularly hoping to see the Delve spells. I think they are a big thing that's missing from the format. A few other things, Glade Cover Scout. Ooh, fun. Tell you what, let's pop Shieldred back in their hands. And let's take Teachings of the Archaics. Let's discard another Fable, hope for a land. Okay, that's decent. Yeah, this game's not going to work out very well for us, I don't think, but let's divide that by 0. Let's grab Environmental Sciences. Are they going to sacrifice their Fires of Invention is the question. Yep, let's scoop this one up. We were too slow off the mark there. Having to mulligan to 5 and then missing land drops was too much. So let's put in Disdainful Stroke, Aether Gust. Let's take out Fiery Impulse. Okay, that's better. Interesting. Normally, just the only 2 mana thing they have going on is Bone Crusher Giant Stomp, but they don't have red mana here, so... Blue or red? I think blue. Let's play Fable. Oh, it could be Beseiju. I don't think ramping us is particularly good value for them at this particular moment in time. Let's discard Spike Field Hazard. Let's attack with our Goblin token. Play another Fable. Ah, no, Leyline Binding, of course. That makes sense. So they could make that disappear, but that leaves us vulnerable to a Fires of Invention next turn. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, going to be in a lot of trouble now, I think, without this on the board. Are we ditching any of these? I think we can ditch Prismari Command at this point. Okay, still no creativity, unfortunately. So yeah, I think we divide by 0 what they play, and then we just attack them with Haul next turn. Probably enough. Oh, fair enough. They're just gonna. So they could have another Leyline Binding, which will keep them alive. Just. Is it worth? We could just attack with Den of the Bugbear, I suppose. And leave up a... Yeah, let's do that. Leave up a divide by 0. That might be overly cautious. But yeah, you know, if they had bindinged one of our Goblin Shaman tokens would have been tapped out. Although we'd have had treasure. I don't know. I don't think it's going to make a huge amount of difference. Yeah. Just trying to think about what creatures we've seen. Is Rending Volley any good to us? Don't think so. I think we've got better options. So now we have to face them on the draw, unfortunately. Yeah, that's decent enough, I think. Yeah. Ooh, Leyline of the Void. Fun. Okay, looks like our Gearhulk is just a 5/6. I think we're going to need all the mana we can based on this performance. Okay, well, I think I might discard one Magma Opus for the treasure anyway, even though we do lose it. Just because casting 2 is going to be, I think, a little bit not plausible. Oh, well, we've got creativity anyway. Yeah, no to Shieldred, I think. Yeah, let's just keep the train rolling. Elish Norn. Elish Norn. Our dear friend Elish Norn. Okay. That's annoying. I was hoping because we could Ottawa it away, but if we do that, we then can't make disappear because we don't have enough mana. Creativity for a Gearhulk doesn't really do anything. We could card cast Gearhulk. No, let's just pass the turn and see what happens. I can take 4 off Elish Norn without losing too much sleep. Just get rid of that. Again, same problem. So I think let's just pass the turn once more. Ooh, if they just pass the turn here, that's actually quite nice. So let's send Elish Norn back. Still no more land. But we do now have a disdainful stroke for Elish Norn, at least. Sure thing. Really don't want to discard this second Magma Opus, but just getting to the point now where we might not have any other choice. Let's Aether Gust that. Okay, we now know what's almost all of their hand, which is good. Let's discard second Magma Opus. Almost certainly draw a land. Oh, okay. Divide by zero is good, actually, because it gives us... We could potentially pop their ley line back in their hand at some point. This is a very staring at each other in the face kind of game. So let's Disdainful Stroke that. Yeah, let's... am I dividing that by zero? Or am I just doing that to Keruga when they try and play it? No, let's get on the front foot a little bit. Let's divide that by zero. Fetch Environmental Sciences. Divide by zero. Hello. Okay, let's... Sciences. Divide. Okay. Fetch Mascot Exhibition. Yikes. Yeah, that ley line has fundamentally ruined our lives. Interesting that they did it that way. Is there anything to be gained here? We're in a pretty rough spot now, I think. Let's drop another Gearhulk. Close game, but we were just hamstrung by never quite having enough mana to do everything we wanted. Elish Norn. Yeah, fair enough. Ugh, frustrating, but never mind. Let's move on. Not the best, but if we do manage to get... Yeah, I mean, we've got all of the cut bits of our combo. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see what this is. Ooh, some sort of Dimir deck. Could it be control? I hear you ask. Okay, let's divide that by 0. Let's fetch a teachings. Yeah, we got 3 red mana, so let's creativity. Cast Magma Opus. Okay, pretty quick game one. Oh. Well, that was short. Well, let's move on. Our opponent was very much not vibing with our choice of deck there. I understand. What could be Azorius control? That's exciting. I think I've seen that on here in a while, to be honest. Let's do some staring back and forth, shall we? Well, we may as well start somewhere. Oh no! It's pretty rude. Sure, I can tolerate this kind of behaviour. Shame I don't have a creativity to surprise them now. Just just cast Magma Opus and laugh. Nothing's happening quickly here. Yeah, let's just send that back to their hand. Let's grab the Teachings of the Archaics. Play it. Yeah, I'm not that fussed. Okay, that's decent. At least we can potentially get rid of all of the dead spells in our hand. Oh no. Gives them inevitability. Well, let's cast Prismari Command. Sure. Mm. Mm. Hmm. Ooh, what a game of chicken we've found ourselves in. Question is, have they lost patience? No, they have not. Okay, well, let's cast Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Okay. Okay, they didn't castle there, and they should have done. Yeah, Magma Opus in our hand is not particularly amazing. I mean, Magma Opus in general in this matchup isn't particularly amazing, but oh, they are patient, aren't they? Feels like it should draw you a card discarding Magma Opus. Yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty rough matchup for us. Yeah, let's scoop this one up. See if we can sideboard any better against control. Let's have a disdainful stroke. Fry. A couple of rending volleys. Let's get rid of these. Shark Typhoon is decent. What else? Behold, is Behold any good? I quite like Behold actually. So we still need 5 cuts. So let's take out the Magma Opus. Is potentially quite rough in this matchup, but let's ditch a couple of them. A couple of Gearhulks as well. Let's go down to 3 Gearhulks. Yeah, let's do it like that. Not thrilled by our prospects at all, but Shark Typhoon, do we go now or later? I think we hold on to it at this point. Let's hit them with a Fable. Castle Ardenvale's back for another round. Have a shark. Yeah, okay. But no to you. There doesn't seem much point just trying to fetch a Gearhulk with nothing much to do, so let's just pass the turn. Make another shark. Terrified I'm now facing down the Wandering Emperor, but I think we're just going to have to continue. No, just a shark. And my response to that is it's a pretty dead shark. I hope you know what you're doing. This could go quite badly for you. Okay. It's an aggressive demolition field, but okay. Yeah, this is interesting. Not that interesting anymore, I have to say. I think we're just going to have to go for it here. I do not love it, but... Yep. No, we'll call it a day there. Yeah, I think that's a pretty terrible matchup for this deck. Oh, well. Yeah, it didn't perform that well, let's be honest. Couple of a close game at the beginning. Opponent just walked away from the second one, and then we just got routed in that game. So yeah, not bad. So yeah, that is creativity with Gearhulk. A bit fiddly. I think probably the other versions of creativity are just better. Just slamming an Atraxa onto the battlefield does feel less dirtly than trying to fiddle around with all of the rest of this stuff. So, but it's a different variant. It's always worth trying these things out. But I'm not hugely thrilled by it. Let me know what you think in the comments. And yeah, let's start looking forward towards new Explorer cards in the next couple of weeks. The format has been feeling a little stale recently, so hopefully something will get shaken up a bit. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.